Welcome to Angel Imam TV. I'm your Imam, Awari Abdullah. This is the test, episode 18. I'm going to have 10 questions, and the first question starts like this. Surah 7, Ayah 192. Idols that can neither help them nor even help themselves. The second question, Surah 7, Ayah 195. Do they have legs on which they walk? Do they have hands on which they defend themselves? Do they have eyes which they see? Do they have ears with which they hear? The third question, Surah 7, Ayah 203. If you do not produce a miracle that they demand, they say, why not ask for it? The fourth question comes from Surah 8, Ayah 34. Have they not deserved God's retribution by repelling others from the sacred masjid, even though they are not the custodians thereof? The fifth question, Surah 5, Ayah 7. How can the idol worshippers demand any pledge from God and from His messenger? The sixth question comes from Surah 9, Ayah 13. Would you not fight people who violated their treaties, tried to banish their messenger, and they are the ones who started the war in the first place? Are you afraid of them? The seventh question comes from Surah 9, Ayah 116. The seventh question comes from Surah 9, Ayah 16. Do you think that you will be left alone without God distinguishing those among you who strive and never ally themselves with God's enemy or the enemies of His messenger or the enemies of the believers? The eighth question comes from the seventh question, Surah 9, Ayah 16. Did you not think that you would be left alone without God distinguishing those among you who strive and never ally themselves with God's enemies or the enemies of His messenger or the enemies of the believers? The eighth question comes from Surah 9, Ayah 19. Have you not considered the watering of the pilgrims and carrying of the sacred masjid a substitute for believing in God and the last day and striving in the cause of God? The ninth question comes from Surah 9, Ayah 38. O you who believe, when you are told, mobilize in the cause of God, why do you become heavily attached to the ground? Have you chosen this worldly life in place of the hereafter? And the final question for this episode of the test, question number 10, comes from Surah 9, Ayah 43. God has pardoned you. Why did you give them permission to stay behind before you could distinguish those who are truthful from the liars? Thank you for watching this episode of the test. I'm your Imam, Angel. Thank you for watching this episode of Angel Imam TV. This is the test. I'm your Imam, Awari Abdullah. Stay tuned.